What's going on, people? The Sweaty Red back here again with part 4 of the quality builds journey to level 120. In this video, you can see I'm using the Black Knight Glaive a lot more. Just that weapon is amazing. Also, during this video, you'll notice I start fighting at high wall a little bit more. That just means I went into New Game Plus and I hadn't made it to the Pontiff's bonfire yet. There's a lot of action there at high wall. I get summoned quite a bit. I'm able to summon people. There's fight clubs that happen, and that's another thing. Closer to level 120, there's a ton of fight clubs, so the clips here are longer. So the video is actually I actually had to make it just a little bit longer in order to fit enough in there. I don't want to do 6 parts for this thing. I thought it would be like 3 or 4, but because of the amount of 5-minute clips, like 4.5, 5-minute clips I have of me mowing down an entire fight club, I've tried to fit more into each one. So this one I think comes in at about 20 minutes. That way the next video I should be able to put the rest of everything in the one video, and it'll be 15 to 20 minutes. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping. If not, I might have to trim out a couple clips. I mean, they're not that important, but it is cool to see the transition from back before, when I was using +3 weapons, +4 weapons, +5, +6, things like that. And you know, now I'm using nothing but max level weapons, +5 or +10, against people that are also using +5 or +10 weapons, because that's also taken into consideration when being summoned or when invading someone. If they don't have any +10 weapons, chances are someone with +10 weapons are going to be able to come into their world. That's I know they put that system in place to kind of prevent twinking, because that was a big problem in Dark Souls 1. Level 1 noobs playing the game for the first time, coming across people that were, you know, level 15 that had already beaten New Game Plus, and they had max gear, and they just tormented all those poor little noob souls. Happened to me when I first started playing Dark Souls 1. There at what is it, Undead Parish, the church. It's nothing but twinks there. It's not fun, so I understand why they put that in this game. But now you can see dishing out a whole lot more damage, getting more parries. Well, I tend to get a lot of parries anyway. It's not very hard to parry in this game. It's actually stupid easy, to be honest. I mean, the bait and parry tactic is ridiculously easy. Throw out an attack, let them come and punish. Because of the recovery time in this game, I mean, you recover from a swing instantly. Now I think on like the halberd, the Black Knight Glaive, things like that, there's a little bit of a longer recovery time when you miss an attack. But if you hit one, you can come out, you recover like instantly. So throw out an attack, wait for the punish, get the parry. It's stupid easy. That being said, you can see here the armor combinations starting to come together more. I know I sat with this Drang armor set with the Alba helm for quite a while, but you'll see, you know, a couple clips into this video, I start experimenting more with some different armor combinations before I finally settled on what my character actually looks like, because we all know how important fashion is. Who wears armor for actual defense? The only people that do are the ones rolling around in full havels. I've pretty much never worn armor for defense. As far as I know, not many Dark Souls players do. They find what looks good And especially with the poise system in this game being a little weird, I don't think it's broken. I don't think that it doesn't exist like some people. I've seen some tests where it actually it is doing something. I had a suspicion at the beginning of the game when there was all these rumors saying that it was turned off and it didn't work. I thought that was bull. I knew FromSoft probably just changed the way it worked and didn't tell us about it. And it turns out I was right. I figured that it allowed for more hyper armor frames, or stronger hyper armor frames. The higher the poise, I think the earlier maybe hyper armor starts, because the more poise that I have, I've noticed that I'm able to poise through quite a few more attacks while attacking, not just standing there, obviously, like poise used to work, like in Dark Souls 1. So really, I don't even take that into account with the armor combinations. It's strictly fashion. Everybody loves fashion in these damn games. You gotta look pretty while killing people, or at least attempting to kill people. So you see here, I've moved to New Game Plus and started really, I guess, molding the character. I eventually get rid of the ability to use, you know, the pyro flame and things like that, or miracles, and just strictly purely physical damage, because that's, in my opinion, always the best kind. Infusions, the split damage is no good, because you're, you know, that's a whole different topic. You're trying to go through two different defenses if you have two different damage types. So normally physical is the best way to go. And also, because defense in this game really doesn't even exist. I've two-shot a guy wearing full Havels before, so I mean, even with heavy armor on, you still take a lot of damage. This game is totally designed for you to dish out damage. So I found the weapons that have movesets that I like. I've even actually, I think that I have a few videos I started using the Lothric Knight short sword, of the long sword, which has a lot of pokes. You put a refined gem on it, put the Leo ring on, do a lot of damage with those counters. It doesn't really have any sweeping R2s, it's only got pokes, so that one's a lot of fun. So I found a bunch of weapons that I really like. I like the movesets. Obviously damage isn't really a concern. You can do a whole lot of damage with a little dagger in this game. It's just how it works. So anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. I don't have anything else to say. This is part 4. This has been part 4. At the end of the next video, which should be the last video, if I'm saying this right now and I end up having to do 6, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. But at the end of the last video in this series, there will be 2 sort of bonus clips of Euphis Legion from Twitch and YouTube, aka Nelson, whooping my ass. I was able to get him on his stream. He was streaming one night and dueling all of his viewers, so he fought a lot of different people. But I was able to get in there twice, and he kicked my ass. If anybody wants to see it, that's going to be a bonus clip in the last video. And then I'll also show the build so you can see exactly what the build ended up, or where all the skills are like sitting at, and also the gear. Alright, so that's it. I never know how to end these things. Take it easy, people, and
I think that's it. That's so far new. Everything else is the same. Still have my Twin Prince's greatsword, which is still badass. Which you don't agree with because Mr. All you do is spam that pokey poke.
Poke. What poke are you talking about?
Twin Prince's sword, the one that can shoot out that holy beam.
Yeah, anytime I've fought anybody with it, that's all they do.
Alright, I'm going to high wall. The summoning didn't work.
Oh, well, I just got summoned by someone. Someone with the eclipse already. Pikachu 69. I actually used a pale tongue to change my appearance and just to make my body a little bit bigger because
Yeah.
in this armor it was really weird looking.
Does it look better now?